My name is Nina Deeb. I am a real estate broker, a full-time realtor since 1996. When I got into the business, you were the only delegated authority, and now there's 14 of you. The question I have is regarding numbers. So we have this very bold mission of 1.5 million homes that we're looking to build. I see that our numbers are going down according to your numbers. On page 11, we actually built 639 less homes, although on page 60, this still amounted to almost $5 million in revenue for Tarion. So although there were less homes registered, there was almost $5 million more for the not-for-profit corporation Tarion. Then a little further down on the page, we have another contradiction. So now we have 2022 new home possessions restated, 53,704. That's about half what the province of Ontario claims was built last year. They're saying that we had a record number of homes last year built. Both Steve Clark and the Premier are claiming that we built over 100,000 homes last year. CMHC is saying it was 92,000, and Build has another number yet. Whose number should I be believing? Because I'm actually trying to get this 1.5 million homes built. Whose numbers are the right numbers? Is the province's numbers off by half? Are your numbers off by half? Or are homes not being, are they not being enrolled in the home warranty program? That's the question I have.
Thank you. There's two components to that question. The first, I'm going to give Edmund a heads up that I'm going to hand it over to him at the end of my answer to the first one. That relates to the earned revenue line in our financial statements and why you can't draw a line between the enrollments in a specific year and the earned revenue. So Edmund, I'm going to leave you to explain that. But I'll tackle the second one, which is the number of homes discrepancies that you referred to between data provided by CMHC or other organizations. The enrollment information that Tarion is providing is specifically related to homes that meet the definition of new home under the Ontario New Home Warranties Plan Act, number one. And number two, it's specific to when they're enrolled. And there's a couple of elements to understand within that. One is a rental unit, for example, which would qualify for when the province talks about new housing for people, they may include purpose-built rental. And that would be an example of housing which wouldn't come into our numbers because you don't enroll a new house. The second thing would be the enrollment occurs before the construction. So if you're looking at CMHC, which may be looking at building permit data, there could be a discrepancy with the enrollment. So I share your challenge because I too want to support the government in meeting its mandate to 1.5 million, to get to 1.5 million homes. And I do think that it can be difficult to look at all the different pieces of data, which all appear to talk about new homes, but really have sub-definitions and talk about slices of that. I don't think it's a question of one organization being misleading or not misleading. I think everyone is being transparent, but the challenge is what are they defining as a new housing unit. So I do think you can look at our data in our annual. We provide information both on possessions, how many homes were occupied for which there was a warranty start date, and we also provide the number of enrollments, and we do provide that over time so you can see the trends. And I think you're absolutely right as well, that if you look at the year-over-year enrollments as an indicator of the overall growth of housing, even though it's just a component, the data that we have shows that in 2020, 2021, and 2022, particularly as we're getting over that particular time span, we're not seeing the enrollment levels increase. In fact, we're seeing them decrease. That's largely related to overall environmental factors such as the rising interest rate that Edmund talked about. I do think that if we're going to see an uptick in home growth, it's something that's going to take a little while and is going to require a lot of different organizations to come together to help create an environment where you can see an increase at the level that the province is looking for.